What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome everyone to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Sun Devils move, kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Red Raiders offense will have the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads, he showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Red Raiders are in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Got it. In the middle, it's Hudson. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Turning on the Jets. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Red Raiders can really attack on this second and short. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Morton. Here's the pressure. Caught over the middle, it's Douglas. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The play action fake. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
That's a great example of him understanding where everybody is on the field, because that wasn't the guy he wanted to throw it to, but he knew he was going to get hit. He had to get rid of it quickly, dumped it off, and he let his guy go make a...
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart.
7, Arizona State, 0.
Let's see what he can do with the return. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense will take the field for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one, Dave.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Here's the give off the left side. Oh, he's got some space. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. No Cam Scatterboo this season. Guys, he was the definition of all-purpose workhorse back a year ago. He put Arizona State in the national spotlight. David, how do you replace a guy who was not only so productive, but was really the heart and soul of the team's identity?
Well, you know what's nice, Reese? It's nice to have a quarterback that's a superstar, a budding superstar. Sam Levitt is that guy. Can run it, can throw it, showed so much moxie last year. The offense might look a little bit different, but it's nice to have a trigger man like that.
The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. That's caught. It's Moss. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. The lone back's got it.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
Got it behind the line. It's McClain. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Morton. He's got it down the middle. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Red Raiders want to move quickly.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Quarterback may change this route. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. This time it's complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Now improvising. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a...
Converts on 4th down, still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Now adjusting. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got his man in the middle. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? To the air, it's Morton. Rushes on him. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle. It's Virgil. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Sneak gets it done.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. North Texas has some work to do. There's no other way to put it. But the mantra of this program is hard hats, hard work. And if they can chip away here, they may be able to pull this out. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UTSA. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Levitt. With the catch, it's Tyson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Oh, they're after him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Sun Devils send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Under fire. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Virgil. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Hudson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well, coordinated.
And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Morton. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Hit as he throws. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there today in Tempe than you do? And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountain America Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Looking to throw, it's Levin. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Tyson. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Moss. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Gets it out quickly. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Sun Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Throwing right. It's complete. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
It's It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind them.
Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with this 2nd and goal. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. First play of the drive comes from the 22. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. It's Morton. Here's a heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. The Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking for room. It's Joyner. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down will open up the final period. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Morton. Pocket breaking down. The short hands, it's Douglas. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And the Red Raiders in the hurry-up. Snags it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Alabama is currently ahead early in this one, but they haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Bryant-Denny. They're up by 5 over Tennessee. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking for a man. It's Morton. Big fella moving. Into the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And that extra point is a big one, as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. The Sun Devils moving quickly to the line.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to...
There he goes! They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to pass. It's Levitt. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it in stride inside the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
First down for the offense.
To the air on 1st down. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd down, going up top. He'll throw it. Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
On to attempt the try.
For the extra point.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. quickly to the tight end. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Now, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Caught in the backfield. It's Hudson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Red Raiders are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Morton. Quick strike complete. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season.